Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Language of Leadership. I'm your host, Chuck Marting. There's been a lot of things that I've been thinking about lately and things that we could talk about, and I've had a couple of really good suggestions that have come in. And so one of them I'm going to go ahead and talk on today, and that is on the topic of time management. I think that is something that is really lacking with a lot of leaders and with a lot of people in not knowing how to go about establishing it, to be able to pursue it, or what things they need to put in place. So hopefully this will give you some guidance and some direction to help you in your time management and how you go about doing it. So in today's business environment, we as leaders face a multitude of distractions that can hinder our ability to achieve goals and also to complete our tasks, both at home and at work. Time management becomes an essential skill that needs to be mastered to ensure our success. So in this podcast, we're going to explore steps that leaders can take to limit distractions and manage your time more effectively and efficiently, as well as how to train our teams in time management as well, because that's something that they need to learn to do. So the first step in understanding time management is identifying time wasters. So one of the first steps to managing time more efficiently is to identify the time wasters that are taking away from your productivity. And some common time wasters, when I was thinking about this, include checking our emails and doing so excessively, attending unnecessary meetings, engaging in non-work related activities, and this can be even during work hours. Leaders can take the initiative to limit these distractions by creating guidelines for email and for meeting management, and encouraging teams and team members to avoid non-work related activities during especially work hours. So step number 2 is prioritizing your tasks and having effective time management. It's going to require prioritization, there we go, of tasks based on their importance and their urgencies. So leaders should develop a system to prioritize tasks such as a to-do list and ensure that they are focused on completing high priority tasks first. This not only increases productivity, but it's also going to reduce stress. And it's also going to enable you as a leader to allocate your time more effectively. So step number 3 is going to be delegating tasks. And delegation is an essential skill for effective time management. Leaders need to recognize that they cannot do everything on their own, and they should delegate. You need to delegate tasks to team members based on your team members' skills and their abilities. Delegating tasks frees up your time, and it's going to free up time for leaders, especially to focus on high priority tasks. And it also enables your team members to develop their skills and take ownership of their work. So step number 4 is going to be setting realistic goals. Now, setting realistic goals is essential for effective time management. Leaders should avoid overcommitting and setting unrealistic deadlines, which in and of themselves can lead to stress and decrease productivity. But by setting realistic goals, leaders can ensure that they have allocated enough time for each task, and it will help you in avoiding unnecessary delays in accomplishing those tasks. The 5th thing is to schedule time for tasks. You need to schedule time for tasks, and this is essential for effective time management. Leaders Leaders should create a schedule that allocates time for each task based on their priority and on urgency. This not only helps you to stay on track, but it also enables you to manage your time and your workload, there we go, more efficiently. Training team members in time management is going to be something leaders can also train their team members. You need to be able to teach them this time management to help them to ensure that everyone is working efficiently and productively. So here are some steps that leaders can take to train their teams and your team members in time management. So first, you need to encourage the use of to-do lists. To-do lists are a simple but yet effective tool for time management. Excuse me. Encourage team members to use these to-do lists to prioritize tasks and also to ensure that they're staying focused on completing high priority tasks first. Second, you're going to need to create guidelines for emails and meetings and meeting management. Leaders can create guidelines for email and for their meetings and the management so that they are limiting distractions, but also ensuring that team members are focusing on their work. This can include guidelines for when to check emails and how to manage meetings. When you're talking about emails, this for me has been the most time-consuming part of my day when I was doing this. And I had to learn what I needed to do. And you have to prioritize your email so it's the most effective use of your time. That means that I had to go through each of my emails that I have. I have 3 different email addresses for various parts of my business and then also for this podcast. So what ends up happening is as you do things and as you do tasks and as you read things, you're going to probably sign up for email correspondence with other people. You may even inadvertently do that by purchasing something and they automatically put you on this emailing list. So what ends up happening is my inbox gets inundated with all this noise from all these different places. And it is just a time suck. It pulls you in. And before you know it, you look at your clock and you're going, where the hell did the time go? Because it just went like that and you got nothing done. I figured out that I needed to do something about this when I came home and I was reviewing my day and I couldn't remember what I accomplished in that day other than just going through my email. A lot of times you leave on Friday and you dread coming back to the office on Monday because you know your email is going to be inundated with all kinds of emails from people. Now, don't get me wrong. Email is an important tool. It's something that's very important in your business, in your leadership, and in communication with your teams and other clients and things like that. It's the other things, the subscriptions. Okay, I get it. I understand that we're going to have individuals that are going to want to stay in contact with you to help you pursue whatever it is that they're offering you that you found value in the beginning. But the problem is when you have some of these individuals that not only email you once, but several times in a day, and you keep getting these emails and they keep coming, you need to unsubscribe to a lot of these different emails. And part of that, and the best way to do that, is to sit down and prioritize each one of these subscriptions that you have in your email. And you're going to have to make a choice. Is this something valued and something that you need as a leader that you can't live without? Or is this something that you can unsubscribe to, but yet still get that content if you choose to by going to their website, checking their newsletter, or checking their blog. These were the decisions that I had to make. So I can tell you that since I have unsubscribed from a majority of these time-sucking emails that I was getting, it's freed up so much time. It's freed up a lot of the space that I had in my email. So now the things that are in my email for my business are prioritized and things that I need and I find value in that I have to have. The other emails, even though they're important to me, I can go and look at on my own personal time when I have time to relax, and I choose which one of those I want to go and take and allow my time to be taken by. So I would really highly suggest that you look at those emails that you're getting right now and see which ones you need and which ones you can live without. Because I know from my own experience that if you take the time to go through those, you are going to save yourself so much time. You're going to lower your use of Advil and raising stock in Advil just by eliminating a lot of this stuff. So try it and see. The way you need to look at it is, you know what? You can erase it and you can see if it works. If it doesn't work, resubscribe to it. You can always go back and subscribe again. But my point is, give it a shot and see if this is one area that can save you a lot of time, because this is where I found I was spending a lot of my time. So I just wanted to share that with you for just a second. But the other thing that we need to do is that we need to provide training, not only for our leaders, but also our employees on time management. And, you know, there are leadership and management tools. Leaders can provide training on time management tools such as calendars, scheduling apps, and also project management software that's out there. So by doing this, this can help your team members to manage their time more efficiently and track their progress. Now, the next thing that I would do is I would encourage delegation. You need to encourage your team and your team members to delegate tasks to each other. And you need to do this based on their skill levels and their abilities. You have people on your teams that are better at doing things, so use that time management. This not only frees up their time as a team member, but it also enables them to develop their skills and take ownership of their work. The other thing is, number 5 would be providing feedback and support. Now, providing feedback and support to team members to help them improve their time management and their time management skills. This can include regular check-ins, coaching, and it can also include mentoring with each other. So managing that email, though, managing that email is the big thing. Managing it so that you can be more time consumed on tasks for your leadership. It can be challenging, though, to balance that email management with other tasks that require your attention. So there are several strategies that leaders can use to manage their email effectively that we just talked about a little bit more, but I want to hit on it again because it's such a big one. And that's efficiently. Efficiently, you need to do this. First, you need to schedule specific times to check your email. One effective way that I've found to manage email is to schedule specific times during my day that I check and respond to emails. This can prevent the constant interruptions and the distractions that came with my checking my email throughout the day. A lot of times we get so sucked up in having that device that we constantly check it. So, for example, a leader can schedule 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the afternoon just set aside to check and respond to emails. The second thing that you can do is you can use filters and also folders. Filters and folders can be used for organizing emails and prioritizing which emails require immediate attention. And leaders can set up those filters to automatically move certain emails to specific folders, such as emails from important clients or emails related to specific projects that you're working on. But the third thing with this would be to avoid unnecessary emails. You can reduce the number of emails that you receive by avoiding those unnecessary emails. For example, you can unsubscribe, like we talked about earlier, from newsletters and marketing emails that are not relevant to everyday tasks and work that you're trying to accomplish and work on. You can also use templates, and sometimes those will come with canned responses, but those templates and canned responses can save time when you're responding to common emails and inquiries. Leaders can create templates for frequently asked questions, or you can do canned responses for common requests that you receive, such as scheduling a meeting. Or you can also look at, if you don't want to do that kind of thing with the canned responses, you can delegate your email management. You as a leader can delegate email management to an assistant or a team member. So this can free up time for you as a leader to focus on other tasks that require your attention while ensuring that important emails are still being managed, and they're being managed effectively. And that's the key, is to have that done effectively. Overall, effective email management is going to require a balance between timely responses and not allowing email to take over your time. And with that, your attention as well. So if you schedule specific times, like we said earlier, to check your email, use filters and folders, and to avoid unnecessary emails by using templates or even canned responses, or delegating email management to leaders that can manage your email effectively and still accomplish other tasks that they have assigned to them that require their attention, you're going to be that much more ahead of the game. And you're going to realize that time saving immediately. So effective time management is essential for you as a leader so that you can achieve your goals and you can complete your work efficiently. And by identifying all these time wasters or that we're talking about, you're going to be able to prioritize your tasks. You're going to be able to delegate tasks. You're going to set realistic goals and scheduling time for tasks, so you as a leader can manage your time more effectively. But additionally, by training your team members in time management, you as a leader can ensure that everyone is working efficiently and productively, which can improve the overall performance and success of the organization that you're in and the team that you're managing. The 5 recommendations for time management training are encouraging the use of to-do lists, creating guidelines for your emails and your meetings and your meeting management, also providing training on time management and tools that will encourage delegation and provide feedback and support. So it's important to note, though, that time management is not a one-size-fits-all solution. And leaders should tailor their time and their time management strategies to their individual work, their work style, and the needs of their team. So by being proactive in managing your time and supporting your team and developing effective time management skills, you as a leader can create a culture of productivity and success in your workplace. These are the things that we need to be able to focus on to become the leaders that we're meant to be. So I hope that understanding a little bit more of the time management aspect of this and how it can help you as a leader and also help you as a team, it's going to bring you together and you're going to be able to realize that time and get some of your time back so that you're not sitting there at the end of the day going, what did I do? What did I accomplish today other than checking my email or not being able to delegate these tasks? I know sometimes in talking to leaders or even trying to schedule time with leaders that it can become very, very difficult because of the time management aspect of this. A lot of times, like one of my friends was telling me when I went to go and talk to him to ask how things were going, and we were talking about this very issue, he said that sometimes it feels like all he does is go to meetings, from one meeting to another, never being able to implement what he's learning in those meetings or be able to have enough time to effectively manage his team and the tasks that they have on hand right now that need to be accomplished. So these are the things that make time management so crucial. There are a lot of different books out there, a lot of different leaders that have put out information for time management. So one of the best things that I can tell you to learn further about time management is to go to Amazon or go to Barnes and Noble and key in time management and look at some of these books that are being put out that are there specifically to help you as a leader in being able to regain your time and to be able to accomplish the tasks that you need, not only for yourself, but also for your team. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of The Language of Leadership. Please share this show with your friends and family and those people that are in leadership positions that you know would benefit from this podcast. Thank you for the questions that we receive on a daily basis, almost daily basis, I should say. We do receive emails, and so I'm grateful for that. It helps me in understanding that we're putting relevant content out there that you can find to be effective in helping you in your leadership and helping you and your team. So until next week, when we come out with another episode of the Language of Leadership, I'd like to ask you to be safe and to effectively use your time so that you can manage and help build up your teams. So until next week, we'll talk to you later. Thanks.